Welcome back, everyone. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has dismissed the suit seeking to declare vacant the seats of the 25 lawmakers who defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. The judgment presided over by Justice Okolugbo held that the lawmakers are still members of the People's Democratic Party after the claimants failed to provide proof as required by law that the defendants are members of the All Progressives Congress. Tonight, as we take a look at this recent developments, let's remind you that on the 30th of May 2024, a River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt declared the seat of the 25 lawmakers vacant, pending the determination of a suit before it. But with this new development, what happens next? Now let's speak with Ken Okolugbo, former commissioner in Delta State. He's also a political affairs analyst. So Okolugbo, good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's good to see you again.
It's my pleasure.
Right.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. So what do you make of this recent court judgment? Justice Gazama said that the legislators remain members of the party, of the PDP, after the claimants failed to substantiate their claims that the lawmakers had officially joined the APC. What do you make of the decision of the courts?
Yeah, it depends on the perspective you want to look at it. There are two very key issues here. Justice C.N. Wali had given an interlocutory order for the seats to remain vacant pending determination of his own suit. Don't forget that there was already a judgment from Justice Kayode Omotosho of the Federal High Court, which clearly recognized the newly-led members of the House of Assembly, and also said in that judgment that the governor should present the budget to the House of Assembly and that the governor should not interfere with the workings of the House of Assembly. Now, this latest judgment from Justice Bassam, there are two issues you must look at. First, Mr. Amadi and the two others who went to court. Some will question their local standard, maybe not being members of the River State House of Assembly. How then do they have asked for the members' seats to be declared vacant? But a judgment now, not an interlocutory order, is in the realm, has been given now. And that's literally should supersede an interlocutory order, saying that one, these people never defected from the PDP. The PDP was said to have filed papers before the court, claiming that they had not left. They were not members of the APC. They were still members of the PDP. They were in their register and so on and so forth. Now, what you must ask yourself is, where do we go from here in terms of judicial interpretation? Because really, you cannot, for you to actually leave a party, in all honesty, you must be able to write a letter to your ward chairman. Your ward chairman must acknowledge that he has gotten that letter, must notify the state's working committee. The state working committee must also, in this case, these are just not ordinary members, but they are members of the House of Assembly, inform the National Working Committee. So if maybe the National Legal Advisor, who was also a party to the suit, has filed papers to say these are my members, they have not defected, you leave the judge with no other option but to have given the judgment he did give. And if the Attorney General did not also come to challenge the jurisdiction of the court, from what he was saying in his press conference, it also bothers me because that shows that Fubara is not being advised properly. Because he has said that no state high court has jurisdiction. So if he also says that no state high court has jurisdiction, it also follows that Justice C.N. Wali has no jurisdiction in declaring the seats of the lawmakers vacant, because he has said that it is only a federal high court. But the Attorney General has not taken judicial notice of Justice Kayode Omotosho's judgment, which is still subsisting as we speak. It has not been vacated by any court of appeal. So it's like a river house of commotion as you see it, as it stands, because the Attorney General is not the one to interpret the judgment. He's the one to maybe defend the governor and defend the interest of the state and not to interpret the judgment that has been delivered. So what I really clearly see in this situation here in Rivers now, it's more of a political situation. That's the only way they can actually get out of this quagmire. All the appeal courts must have to rein in at this point in time to stop this, I call it forum shopping, getting courts of coordinate jurisdiction to give conflicting either by ex parte or by judgments in this crisis.
All right, just to corroborate your point, I mean, if the Attorney General is also highlighting the issue of jurisdiction in this matter, do you think that perhaps we need a judicial interpretation of what exactly constitutes crisis in a political party? Must this crisis trickle down from the top?
Well, it has gone beyond what constitutes a crisis. In Abegunde's case, it was very clear that the Supreme Court said the crisis must be at the national headquarters of that political party. But then, don't forget that there is a provisor, which is Section 109, subsection 1G. To give effect to that, you must have the speaker, you must present evidences to the speaker, and the speaker must declare the seat vacant. Now, the case before Justice Omotosho is that Edisile here was never the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and that Edisile here had been suspended on the 31st of October 2023 by a properly constituted session of the Rivers State House of Assembly. So there was no way he could come from suspension to become the Speaker, how much more declare the seats of the lawmakers vacant as at that material point in time when they said they had joined the APC on national television. And so if there was no judicial notice before Justice Kayode Omotosho stating that these lawmakers are defected and that judgment has been given, I have said it not once, not twice, that the governor is playing with that judgment. That judgment is eventually going to come to haunt him. He should either appeal that judgment or stop maybe this forum shopping that has led us to this situation we find in Rivers State. Rivers State is a very critical state in Nigeria, and anything that happens to Rivers State can affect the whole of Niger Delta. And you all know that the Niger Delta, which is where I also come from, is the highest producer of the nation's wealth. And so the fact of the matter is, it is not a case of who has left what party and who has not left what party. There are there are two judgments now and one interlocutory order. So which one will the Nigerian police obey, or which one will the Rivers State government obey at this material point in time? They will, of course, want to stick with the one from Justice C.N. Wali. But the Attorney General is also not being fair if he says that the High Court is robbed of jurisdiction and he's also sticking with the judgment of Justice C.N. Wali. Why not go ahead and appeal the judgment of Justice Kayode Omotosho, which is a federal High Court, which is not robbed of jurisdiction, which has given a judgment recognizing Amewule and the 26 others as the properly constituted Rivers State House of Assembly. This is what he's supposed to be doing, the Attorney General, and not, resorting to self-help, as I see it. Because it is based on Justice C.N. Wali's order that he became the Attorney General. If Justice C.N. Wali did not give that order, there will not have been a Victor Jumbo, who is presently the factional speaker, who declared the present Attorney General to become the Commissioner and Attorney General of Rivers State.
All right, so Okolugbo, talking about this conflicting orders and the kind of confusion this will cause in the next few days, is this? Do you think this is a conundrum that the judiciary must see an end to?
I think the judiciary, just like what has happened in Kano, I think the Chief Justice of Nigeria should at this point in time summon the Chief Judge of Rivers State, because when you assign them, you assign their court cases. You can't continue to assign court cases that can set the state ablaze. Why not allow for the appeal court? Why not be patient to allow for the appeal court to either give their judgment on the judgment of Justice Kayode Omotosho, which I think is the only subsisting judgment before today's ruling, and then they will not walk way forward. This idea of resorting to self-help, don't forget that Justice Danagogo had already also recognized before resigned from the State House of Assembly. This is not being. This is like putting Nigeria in a very. How would the international community view Nigeria especially River State, that we have a lot of IOCs based in that area of Nigeria. How will they attract foreign direct investment when they see River State as a place that is unsettled, where anything goes? I think the judiciary should practically put their house in order so that Nigerians will not have to shame them